Alright you guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Today I have Thomas.
Hi.
And I've been getting a lot of requests on a new how to hop whip video, so you ask and we shall deliver. So Thomas and I are gonna kind of walk you through the steps, tell you how I learned them, tell them how Thomas learned them, and kind of give you the step-by-step on the best way to learn hop whips, because it's a bit of an advanced trick, but you won't get hurt doing them. They're pretty easy once you get them. So here we go. We're gonna give you the step-by-step of what a hop whip is and what to do. All right guys, so for me, when I learned hop whips, I just learned them into a bank, like kind of sitting sideways and whipping into it. Kind of give me more time in the air to catch pedals and stuff like that. So if you have like a nice mellow bank, that's a good thing to learn. If you have a nice grass bank, that's also really good because grass is forgiving, grass is our friend. But one thing is, you definitely want to have tail whips out of at least a quarter pipe dialed. Like if you can do them out of a really mellow bank, you'll have no problem doing a hop whip. So I'll show you what it looks like to do a tail whip out of a mellow bank, and then we'll go from there.
Dialed.
So that's kind of like a mellow bank. If you can do that, you'll be able to hop whip. Granted, it does do a lot of work, but like the whole pulling up and whipping it around and getting it under you in time is going to be key to success. So now we're going to go over to Thomas and see his pointers and his kind of step-by-step on how to hop whip. All right, Thomas, what do you have to say about the old hop whip?
The old hop whip. The old ringle-dingle. I'll say the easiest thing, I have never learned to do a fly-out tail whip. Unlike a lot of everybody, I can't do fly-out tricks. I learned on an A-frame. A lot of people say it's harder to do it on an A-frame, but I just think it's a mentality thing. So
okay, so there's like a perfectly good A-frame over there. So we're gonna show Thomas doing it over that.
Let's do an A-frame.
A-frame whip. Absolutely beautiful. So when you do it on an A-frame, it's like doing it out of the mellow bank, but also on this side, you definitely have a lot more time to catch the whip and land it. So that was beautiful.
Thanks, you're beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now that you got the whips out of like a small bank and out of an A-frame and out of a quarter dialed, you want to do it into a bank. Like you can skip this part if you like think you have it, but I just think it's a good way to get a little bit more time. So we're gonna show Thomas doing a hop whip into the bank, and then I'll do a hop whip into the bank, and then we'll kind of go from there and give a few more pointer ideas on what to do. Absolutely beautiful. So if you saw in that, I'm going to slow-mo it obviously because this is a high production how-to, but Thomas didn't rip it and try to pull as hard as he can, because if you try to pull and do the highest bunny hop you can, it's going to go completely out of control. You just want to do a nice relaxed hop, and then as soon as you're leaving, kick, and then do the same thing as out of a bank or over the A-frame, and just rotate your arms and bring it back under you. So I'm going to do one into the bank, and then we'll start working our way on the flat bottom ground. Oh!
Wow.
So now you got hop whips into the bank. God bless you. My main key point of advice is do not try to yank it up and rip it as high as possible, because all that's going to do is shoot your bike out this way and you will never catch it. When you do a hop whip, you want to have it like nice, like a medium height, low and controlled, and it'll come whipping right around. As soon as you start yanking it, just throw your bike away and go get a scooter. You little shit. Alright, so we have our friend Pete here, and he does what not to do when you do a hop whip. Let's see what not to do, buddy. Let's get another one, because that was graceful.
That was too graceful.
So on that one, just looking at it, it looked like he started to kick it too early. So you want to pop up and then kick it once you're in the air, or else your back wheel is going to scoot against the ground and you'll die, like Pete did. Oh my.
And don't slam your back wheel down.
That was my pedal.
Oh my god. Okay, so as you saw and as I explained before, Pete just ripped it like that, and you saw it just like went away super not controlled. So I'll show you what a normal hop whip looks like. So see, what you saw hopefully, is I didn't try to rip it and do the highest bunny hop ever. I just popped at like a nice height, probably like a foot tall, and then just kept it controlled, kept it under me like the fly out, like out of the bank, like over the A-frame, and it'll come right around underneath you. Now this is the easy part. You're not gonna have as much time, and it's gonna take some time to do it, but you're gonna do it flat. So, I go at like a medium speed, maybe like a half crank. If that, you really don't wanna be cooking at it, but also you don't wanna be sitting still. And just pull up, hop, tail whip. You don't really see and catch the pedals like you do on like a fly out or something like that because you don't have enough time. So I just like whip it, and as soon as it's coming around, I just drop my feet down and land onto it. But you don't want to double dribble like Nigel Sylvester because that looks like doo-doo.
Hey, he's pro.
He is pro.
He watched your video.
So, yeah, I guess we'll do another hop whip. Hop whip. I'll show you like the speed you want to go at. All right, so you want to be going about this fast, and then just practice bunny hopping about like that high. If you can hop bar, do that same kind of motion and that same height, because if you do a hop bar, you know not to do the highest bar, hop. You just kind of keep it controlled. So go at like that same speed, and for the first couple, you don't have to fully commit, just kind of get the motion going around. So you can just do a couple like that, just kind of understand where it is and how the hop is and figure out when to kick. And then really from there, it's just trying to catch those pedals as the best you can. So it's not like one you can really half-ass. You want to like pull it around as much as possible. And if you're shooting out too far like this, it definitely means you're trying to rip it too much. And if it's under rotating and you're keeping it controlled but it's landing here, it's just you're not hopping high enough.
Or kicking hard enough.
Or kicking hard enough, yeah. See, with the kick and the rotation of the arms, it's about 50-50 for me, so it's like 50%. I usually do my foot to get it going, and then the rest of it is arms coming around. So you want to find that like balanced medium, because you don't want to kick it as hard as possible and not use your arms, because your arms is what you use to bring it back. So it's like finding that nice medium. So I'll do a hop whip for you. Just like that. Again, not the highest hop, not the lowest one, just a nice comfortable medium, and it'll come right around. So Thomas has a word of advice for you guys.
Just a couple words.
All right, let's hear 'em.
One thing I notice when people ask me how to do whips, I ask them to do it just to see where they're at. The main thing I see people doing is going like this. Main thing I do, I'm left foot forward, I kick clockwise. So I keep my left hand kind of to my side, just so I'm over the bike the whole time. You pretty much want to be looking at the front tire and like almost at the front of the stem, just to make sure that you're over the bike, because if not, that's when you're going to have dismotion.
Almost hit that kid.
Well, he shouldn't have been close to me. Quarantine bubble.
Yeah, right? Yeah, speaking of which, this is something you can go out in your driveway and learn while you're on complete lockdown, or even in your mom and dad's living room. So, it's fun. Definitely wear shin guards, because you're going to get shinners. And... What? You are. I'm not going to lie to him.
You need shin guards for that, though?
Yeah.
You just be a man and just take it.
Ah, yeah. Okay, where are your hop whips at, Eric? That's right.
On pipe.
So anyways, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this was helpful. And tag me on Instagram with you learning a hop whip. I'd love to see it, or you trying it, and I'll answer any questions that you may have. And that'll be all, folks, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.